Welcome back, Chocolate Milk, final episode of 2022.
What's going on? What's going on, you filthy animals?
Yeah, nice and filthy, huh?
Nice.
You see, eh? You
I
see?
don't know why, but I pictured like a Yorkie dog
Oh.
when you did that. You was like, I was like, Max would totally be a Yorkie dog.
What? No, I'm more of a
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm more of a golden retriever or a chocolate lab.
You were like a, yeah, all right. I'll give you
I
a
run
golden
free,
retriever.
I'm in shape, and everybody likes me.
Yeah.
What can I say?
There it is.
There it is.
Air Max.
Air Max, baby. Woof, woof. Today, guys, we are going to be breaking down our top 9. Thank you, Kanye. Our top 9
Sweet Jesus.
best, most impactful social and worldly events of 2022.
As y'all know, 2022 has been a crazy ass year.
There has been some shit going down.
Crazy.
You know, we thought 2020 was going to be the pinnacle of the 2020s.
Right.
But we got hit with some shit this year. That's for sure.
Yeah, dude.
That's for sure.
Weird. Yeah. But we'll get into that.
COVID's on the decline, as we could say, or it's more just in the back burner.
Right.
Depends who you're talking to.
There hasn't been a new variant yet.
In a while.
I haven't heard Optimus Prime yet or anything crazy. So I'm like, yo, what the hell? It's like Megatron.
Megatron virus. Time to invade.
Right. So that's a good thing.
Roll out.
COVID roll out.
COVID-19. Roll out.
Some big ass fucking germ thing.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nah, but yeah, dude. I mean, that's a plus though.
Hell yeah.
COVID's on the low right now.
Yeah,
It's still around, but it's on the low.
It's on the low. It's on the low.
So, that's good.
Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in for our final episode of 2022.
Yes.
Go ahead and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And Twitter at
Also
Chocolate
Twitter.
Milk PC and Chocolate Milk Podcast
Please.
on TikTok. Give us a follow, give us a like, share it with your friends, subscribe. We're going to have a lot of episodes dropping in 2023 and a special surprise for all of you.
Yeah.
And a not so much surprise, but we are making the transition to video. We're going to get our beautiful faces up in your faces, and it's going to be fantastic.
Right. I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
Can't wait.
And like we always say, we're here to fuck the world and
your mom.
your fucking mom,
The
Brad.
nicest way possible.
All up in that axe wound.
Woo. Age City. Right? That's definitely AIDS, right?
Well,
No. It's not AIDS. That's HIV, right? If you get like someone else's blood in like a wound or something, or like.
well, if you have
a cut in your mouth and you fucking ate
if
someone's actual.
they have the disease, yeah.
What?
All because I cut my mouth and like you taste my blood doesn't mean you're gonna get AIDS. I have to have AIDS first.
That's weird. I thought it
You
was.
think it just like
dissipates
out of the air? Like,
well, no, it doesn't dissipate, smart ass. But it's just more of like, I'm pretty sure that everyone has a different blood type. So how
Yeah.
are we able to mix blood if your body is
well, I'm not giving you a
specifically like designed for that, like I'm like A positive or like I'm like B positive or something, A negative, B negative.
I'm not giving you a transfusion if that's what you're asking.
Oh, no,
You're
I'm
talking
not
about just
saying
like
transfusion.
say I have A and you have B and they touch, like,
Yeah.
I don't think anything's gonna happen.
No.
Like if like a tiny droplet touches, nothing's gonna do shit.
Huh.
I mean, if I was trying to transfer my blood into you, then yeah, something significant might happen.
Damn,
like you
man.
might die. I mean, I don't know how it all goes down, but that's what I would guess.
All right. Well, that was just a weird thought. I was just like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, that's a weird thought for sure. I mean, you could go fuck a monkey and then you get AIDS.
No.
Speaking of infections, let's go ahead and talk about Kanye West.
Yeah.
This guy is on a whole nother level. He's losing it this year, my man.
Yeah. No. I mean, I think they baited him like crazy on that show because they wanted him to say some outlandish shit and they got just what they wanted, And it just makes him look worse, man. Like honestly, Kanye may be mentally ill, and
He might be.
and I mean he's losing almost everything. So I mean, yeah, that would be a main reason to kind of act out, you know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Kanye he's all for the Nazis, man. And that's
I know, bro.
fucked, man. It's just like, what are you saying, man? Like,
Fourth Reich coming soon.
you know, and like, I don't know. I just think it's more of like maybe like you had like one of those thoughts that should have been an inside thought, you know, because some people don't understand that, some people don't want to, you know. But yeah, I don't know. That's like that should have been a thought that should you just kept to yourself or something, you know.
I know, dude, and like
ugh.
the anti-Semitic comments that he's been making have just been out of control. I mean, the main one that's weird that blew up was the I can say anti-Semitic things and even Adidas won't drop me. Right. But he made comments about anti-Semitic stuff even before that. I mean, they got some news and attention, but this was the straw that broke the camel's back. You know, this is the big one. You know, the other stuff that he said was, I just think that's what they're about is making money, and he said that in reference to Jared Kushner and his Jewish family. And then he also said he tweeted this. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew, and you guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who opposes your agenda.
Okay. Now, mind you, okay, I think it's okay to stand up for yourself. And if you want to go at like a business or a corporation that, you know, that may be that, you know, like race or, you know, like ethnicity, that's just, I mean, I don't know. That's, dude, that's so tough, man, because I feel like he's just trying to stand up for himself because, I mean, maybe he's been getting fucked by the company, you know?
True. I mean, he could be getting fucked by his sponsorships,
right.
But at the same time, they're also sponsoring him, giving him attention, giving him money.
Exactly.
Probably on a contract of some sort. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting, you know, and maybe he's just upset with a couple certain individuals that he wants to take them all down.
Right.
When Kanye was referencing to himself that he was also Jewish because he is black, I actually looked into that and tried to get the whole backstory.
And you found some truth or what?
I found some interesting stories. So, in the late 19th century, two former slaves turned preachers, Bishop William Sanders Crowdy of Oklahoma and Bishop William Christian of Arkansas. Yeah. Their names are way too similar. I don't know if they're brothers or they made that up to match. Who knows? Received the same message. Here we go. Received the same message from God. The biblical Israelites were black and African Americans and are the true children of Israel. The message was revolutionary as it subverted earlier theories about the faith of the lost tribes of Israel. Wow. This idea also served to counter a prevailing and racist notion that black people belong to an inferior race of people. Wow. And this is a quote. The idea that African slavery in the Americas was not a mark of shame, but instead a mark of distinction, as God's chosen people appealed to some African Americans who appreciated the way the doctrine gave them pride and dignity in the context of Jim Crow segregation that sought to subordinate and humiliate them at every turn. Whoa. So it was saying that Crowdy and Christian, they traveled widely, preaching a form of what scholar James Landon in his book Black Judaism, Story of an American Movement, called the Judaic Christianity. Wow. Both prophets were influenced by Pentecostal holiness. And they were emphasized strict adherence to the Ten Commandments and abstinence from alcohol. Right. So it's kind of hard to tell based off this because they're trying to be legitimate about it. Right. But also just sounds like they're trying to just fit in based on having, being African American.
I mean, but you do got to take into account where like most of the stuff that happened in the Bible happened in Egypt. Happened in the continent of Africa. So if they're not, black, then they got to be some type of tan color. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to be a person of color. So, I mean, true. I think there is facts and there is truth behind that. But either way, he should have done it more professionally and without the racial, to back it, kind of.
True. Yeah, no, I feel you on that one, especially if you're born in Israel or have a parent who's full Israeli, Jewish, and then you're birthed into that family, then sure, like you're going to totally have that outcome. But I don't know too much besides this story of where they're talking about these two gentlemen who are spreading the word. Part of it sounds like they're just trying to fit in, but part of it does sound legitimized to me.
Yeah.
So after this all went down, dude, Kanye, he did have some words on his falling out recently, especially after the whole Adidas thing went down. Kanye said, when the idea of Black Lives Matter came out, it made us come together as a people. So I said that, and I questioned the death of George Floyd. It hurt my people. It hurt the black people. So I want to apologize to hurting them, because right now God has shown me by what Adidas is doing and by what the media is doing. I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now. So I thank you, God, for humbling me and letting me know how it really felt, because how could the richest black man ever be humbled other than to be made to not be a billionaire in front of everyone off of a comment? Yeah, I want to punch him in the face for that. Like,
yeah, that's very arrogant, man.
That's so arrogant. Now I know what it's like to have a knee on my neck. No,
yeah, that right there got me. That
yeah,
that kind of knocked the air out. I was like, what? You wasn't even in the same situation. Like, what, dude? You're crazy.
It's crazy, bro. And how could the richest black man ever? I'm pretty sure he's probably not.
I'm pretty sure Jay-Z was.
Well, but I'm pretty sure there's been some like Egyptian leaders, right, over the years who've had way more than they've ever had, combined. Plus, how much of it is actually their money,
right?
And instead of just hanging around for their companies or their investors, it's hard to tell,
right?
But yeah, dude, he's arrogant as shit. Honestly, he deserved what happened to him, and I don't feel bad for him.
There it is.
I get it. Like, it sucks losing your mom. It sucks losing Kim. Going to break up, it ain't easy. But like, fuck you at the same time.
Don't try to tie it into something else you probably wanted to address, but this is just now blown up.
Exactly.
So it's just like, come on, man. Separate the two. So, man, that's wild.
It is wild. Speaking of other people who are fucking up and really screwing up their careers and who should be laughed at, let's talk about Will Smith.
Insecure boy.
Oh, man, bro. Everybody knows what we're talking about with this.
Right.
The famous.
There's memes, everything.
The slap. The Will Smith slap.
That slap.
Poor Chris Rock. That guy didn't deserve it.
Honestly, but I
thought they were buddies.
No. I think they are, or they were really good friends.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's give it up for Chris Rock and stuff, man, for taking it like a champ and not fighting back on live television at the Oscars, because that would have been a nigga moment for sure. So, and that was like showing some real class and stuff. But that whole thing, bro, I feel like a lot of celebrities get roasted at these events and at these award shows.
They always do.
Like honestly, I'm pretty sure I've heard way worse roast, probably.
Oh, way worse
at like prior, Oscars and stuff. So I think that was just a little like too much. And Will Smith, I get it. Like, Jada Pinkett feels like she wasn't cheating on you or doing any of that funny business, but bro, she was cheating. She called it an entanglement, and bro, if that made you feel like less of a man, bro, then don't, man. Because Will Smith, like, you were the fucking G, man. Like I love his acting. I'm a fan of Will Smith, but after this whole thing, it was very like, God, man, like, you look dumb,
idiot.
You look stupid.
Stupid. I get it. She's beautiful, but there's a ton of other pretty women out there, bro.
Right.
Women who are actually going to pay you respect.
Right.
People who are actually going to take the time and get to know you. I mean, I get it, you Will Smith. There's probably girls who want to fuck you left and right, and you have the money, blah, 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 blah. But you're going to find the real ones out there.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity much higher than the average man like me and Chocolate.
Most definitely.
To meet a real woman who's going to give it back to you.
Yet, you have, bro.
You go out of your way to slap somebody who you're friends with.
Because of a comment.
Because of a comment that they made because you're simping after this woman who doesn't respect you.
And it was a joke.
I get it, you had children with her, but she doesn't respect your ass.
Oh, dude.
Dude, so I
Fire.
For the purpose of this podcast, I went and I watched the interview between the two where like he presses her on the thing.
At the red table.
Dude. Oh, it is the most, like, you can see it. He is holding back his anger like crazy. She's like, well, I had to, like, peace and love, like, I was in this entanglement, and like, it is what it is, but I'm better because of it now. Why? Because you got digged down and you lost a couple brain cells?
Jesus
fucking Christ. Go get a new wig, you bald bitch.
Oh! Lock him up.
Yeah, lock me up. The year's almost over. Come get me, fucker!
Oh my god, bro. That's wild. No. Absolutely. And honestly, I think he was just trying to get her to be honest. Because on that show, she's honest. Well, literally, like, I don't even know, like 85% of the time. So it's like, come on, like, we want to hear it from your mouth that you cheated on him. Like, it's just simple, and face up to it and get better if you guys are gonna try to, make it work out. So,
yeah, dude, exactly. If they really, really wanted to get, we'll never go back to what it is because it's tainted.
Right. No, it is.
And honestly, bro, I wrote a little something. I was like, she was being super selfish person, bro. She knows she has Will by the fucking balls.
Yo.
And he would do anything for her, but after the transgression, they will never be the same.
Jeez.
They won't. They'll just never, ever, ever be the same.
Right there.
And
that's truth.
And like we said, dude, it is so clear in the interview that fucking Will is uncomfortable. And she's just trying, and like what I noticed about in the interview is she doesn't like bring anything up until he brings it up first. And then she'll be like, oh yeah, it is that. I'm like, you're guilty, and you want to call it, oh, I was experimenting with my transgression, and God.
Excuses.
Dude, it's honestly, it's stuff like this where I lose respect. Same with Beyonce, like she got cheated on, and where they're still doing, trying to build their empire and their whatever. I'm like, whatever, go play your guitar on top of the hill like you did in high school. I don't care if we lose you. Go get fucked. Like, you got no self. Like, if you want people, like if you want your fans to truly like build rather than just enjoy your fucking artwork, you gotta be like, thorough through and through. Absolutely. I get it, we fuck up. But like when it comes to like going back to something where it treats you bad, that doesn't look good for anybody, and it sends these kids the wrong fucking message.
Absolutely.
You're better than that. You got to the top for a reason. You worked hard. Now work smarter.
Right.
Simple.
And try to stay out of the public eye with that type of stuff.
Yeah,
too,
dude. I get it. Like paparazzi, like
they are here to expose y'all.
Right. I mean, I know the paparazzi stalks these motherfuckers.
Right.
Like they'll sit in their cars, like outside. We're actually gonna get to that in the next one coming up here in a second.
Oh, beautiful.
But yeah, paparazzi will stalk these people. So they gotta be secretive. They gotta be on their toes, on eggshells all the time, which kind of sucks. But it's also like
that's like you wanted.
You have money for therapy,
right? No
doubt.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go on tour if you don't want to.
Right.
Make a choice.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Be smart.
Absolutely.
Speaking of something that's not so smart, the Queen's dead.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. She was a great, great, great woman.
Yeah. Honestly, she was blessed, bro, because she lived, to be 100 and...
I don't know exact age, my dude, but she lived a long, 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 long time. Dude, and speaking of that, she broke some records.
What?
I don't know if you know about this, but she actually broke some records being Queen Elizabeth II. She was the longest reigning British monarch of all time. She is on the most British currencies. Think about that. Be like, I don't know how their currency runs, but speaking of ours, 5, 10, 20, it's all the queens, baby. Right. She opened 2 Olympics.
Wow.
I think they were both Summer Olympics, the 1976 and also the 2012.
Hey.
So I don't know if that means she's lighting the torch. I'm pretty sure that's what that means.
Probably.
That's probably what that means. But dude, think about that. 2 of them. I think she's one of the only people ever to do 2 of them, but definitely within Britain.
Right.
No question about that.
Right.
She also got 4 relevant academic degrees. She got a Doctor of Civil Law at the University of Oxford, Doctorate of Music from the University of Wales, Damn. Doctor of Law from the University of Edinburgh, and another Doctor of Law from the University of London.
That girl's resume was a damn book.
Shit. I mean, dude, she go in the music industry, she'll set the rules fucking straight, make sure these artists get paid. Man. It's hard out here.
Oh, and she was 96.
Damn.
96, not 100, so my bad.
That's okay.
But yeah, it's 96.
That's impressive.
Rest in peace.
Impressive feat.
Right, dude. 96 years?
I mean, I'll be
You've
looking
seen everything.
Yeah. You've seen it all. It's kind of like, all right, I'm ready to lay my head down.
Right. It's like, okay.
I'm good.
Peace.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, if I make it to like 52, I'll be happy. You know
right.
I mean?
Right. I'm totally happy with like 65.
Yeah, bro. And she was pretty amazing, dude. She was respected by everybody. The world was completely saddened when she when she left and broke. You know, if she was more of like a pop figure, she would have gotten more attention and worldwide. You know, like when Michael Jackson died, of course. For sure. But in terms of like a political figure who got a lot of attention when they died, dude, I don't think I've seen anybody as respected as her. Right. I know in America, when a president dies, it's nationally televised and it's a huge event. Yeah. But it's just like they do it because they're doing it out of respect. But when the Queen died, it really felt like her people were hurting. Yeah. No. Like they were heartbroken.
And you can see it.
You can see it. You can feel
crying,
it.
You know?
Crying, losing it. Like they couldn't believe it. Yeah. It was insane, dude. Yeah. She was such a great woman. She even supported a lot of charities. Anything from wildlife I can never say it. Anything from wildlife conservation.
There it is.
To education.
Nice.
So she loves all the little birdies and the little puppies. I know.
Beautiful woman.
Well,
beautiful woman.
Beautiful woman, dude. You know, so it's really sad that we lost a good one this year, guys. But we're just gonna keep moving on, and so will she.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
And speaking of swimming, let's talk about the sperm of the royal family, Meghan and Harry.
Yo.
Meghan and Harry.
So,
tainted royalty.
Do you believe all the racial claims that they claim from like you know, like Meghan's kid maybe being, you know, too dark?
Oof.
Yeah, that was one of them. That was a hard one. I was like, damn, because of, you know, like the whole royal bloodline is, you know, white. So, I mean, they're like, don't taint it.
Well, like,
you know,
like what I told you at the, off podcast one time was that I saw this chart that says that everybody's technically orange.
Wow.
Comes from a shade of orange. Yeah. So like, you know, white people are like on the light side, and obviously black and brown people are on the dark side of a scale that's orange. Okay. I don't know if that has to do with just how our pigment is or the influence from the sun over thousands of years. I have no idea. But technically it's like, that's what it is. But another part of it is like, I mean, I can't fathom the racist thing. Right. So for me, it's like, who cares? Yeah. Asian, black, Latino, like, it doesn't matter to me. But like, it's, I can't believe that people can say that, especially like that high status, and then that's like publicly, like,
right. And that comes out.
Think about this. Somebody could be not a racist. Right. Then they hear these people talk about it, and they're like, oh, since they're so high up and they made themselves royal, that means they have an influence over me. Now I'm going to follow what they say because I don't want to be in the wrong, and it creates racism. Right. Like, that's a possibility in my eyes.
No, it is. But
I'm like, she's a beautiful woman who seems like she has a good heart. Who cares if she's half black?
Man, God. Her dad's Caucasian at least. Yeah. And as you can see, she got her dad. I'm like, you know.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, come on, man. It's just... Why does racism even still exist? Man? Yeah, it's crazy.
It's fucked up to me. It's brainwashing, dude. You know. It's brainwashing, dude.
But they do have a Netflix documentary.
They do.
I heard it's really good and it's really juicy. So if you guys,
I bet it's hella juicy. You know, juicy fruit.
If you guys want the scoop, man.
Yeah, if you want the scoop,
go check it out.
Go check it out on Netflix. Yeah. Dude, it kind of all started back in January of 2020 when an official statement from Buckingham Palace revealed that the couple would, quote-unquote, step back from royal duties and embark on a new chapter in their lives. Yeah. Among other things, they would no longer formally represent the Queen. Ouch. This announcement would be dubbed as Megxit in the tabloids, which is a play on Brexit, which was the UK's withdrawal from European Union. Some of the reasons they left, my dude, it was because the challenges that they have experienced as a result of intense scrutiny over the last 2 years and their support their wish for a more independent life. Huh. So I'm pretty sure they were getting berated with comments, or at least like I bet there was a bunch of sideways shit. Right. Not like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it sucks because Harry said there's a human cost to the relentless propaganda, specifically when it is knowingly false and malicious. And though we have continued to put a brave face on, as so many as you can relate to, I cannot begin to describe how painful it has been. That's why they're like, we out. We're going to America. We're going to California.
That honestly, and I mean, I feel like that they had a lot of duties that a president would have, you know, kind of too, even if they were a prince and princess. You know, like they were probably like given like a big stack of paperwork and was like, all right, since you're the prince and you're the princess, you guys got to delegate all this and see if it needs to be, you know, dealt with or not, and this, and they were just like, man, this is too much, you know. So
Yeah, bro, it's wild, man. It's wild. Even Megan's mom commented on it. Megan's mom said, I said to her, I remember this very clearly, that this is about race. You may not want to hear it, but this is what's coming down the pike. So Megan's mother, Mrs. Ragland, reported that to the media.
Yo.
And she knew that this was the reason why.
Yeah.
She knew that this was the reason why. And honestly, she didn't want to make it more tough on her daughter. She, from what it seems like and what I read about, it seems like she really appreciated Harry and she really appreciated the royal family. But, like, the old heads in the family, like, they talking down and they didn't want change.
Yeah.
People are just, it just shows you that people are uncomfortable with change and they will do whatever they can, whether it be about,
to keep it the same.
Whether it be about religion, race, sexuality.
Yep.
Even just stupid opinions and facts. Like, people do whatever they can to hold it down. I'm like, what?
Why?
Like, don't you...
Because it's worked for so long and, like, maybe being open to change is like,
It's uncomfortable.
Like, right.
It's too much work.
What?
But it's like, how the hell are any of us going to learn unless this happens?
Exactly.
It makes no sense.
Exactly.
It makes no sense.
Truth.
Speaking of things making no sense, let's talk about Britney Spears.
Yeah, I'm glad she's free.
Dude, Britney Spears out of her conservatorship. I said that right?
Yeah.
I said that shit right.
Good job.
Yeah, bro. So, as everybody knows, Britney was the bomb. Late 90s, in the early 2000s.
Right.
Britney was blowing up. She was the queen. I had a crush on her, no question.
Definitely. She was beautiful.
Beautiful. And that schoolgirl outfit. Ooh, that's where my fetish came from. No question. Woo. You hear that, ladies? Dial in. My number is beep, 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 beep. Anyways, yeah, so Britney Spears, she had her breakdown, what was it, like 2008 or 2009?
A while back.
It's been a minute, where she shaved her head completely and everybody was like,
and
what?
Then she broke the windows in that car and got all wild,
Yeah, she got wild. But it's like, dude, nowadays people do crazier shit and nothing goes, like, nothing's...
And we glorify it.
We're
That's
like,
how people get rich now off
We're
that
like,
shit.
good for you. Be crazy.
Yes, we love it.
Nobody should tell you what to do ever.
Entertainment. TMZ, get it right now.
Yeah.
You
It's kind of fucked, dude. It's kind of fucked. But Britney Spears, who is now 39 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, she's getting up there.
Damn.
I mean, it's still kind of young, though. Only 39.
She is, but I'm just like surprised.
That's 10 years older than me. Yeah. That's it.
That's the date.
Hey, yeah. Hell yeah. Call me...
deep voice? Yeah.
Call me Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash. It's a me.
It's a me. Maximo. I'm making that a cartoon. Anyways, she's 39, dude, and she has spent the last 13 years living in this conservatorship, which is a legal structure in which a person's personal, economic, and legal decision-making power is ceded to others.
She's a prisoner.
Yeah, dude. It's actually called a guardianship in most states. The arrangement is intended for people who cannot take care of themselves. Since the establishment of Spears' conservatorship, she has released 4 albums, headlined a global tour that grossed $131 million and performed for 4 years in a hit Las Vegas residency. Her conservators include her father, Jamie Spears, who have controlled her spending, communications, and personal decisions over the last 13 years.
And she did like Elvis.
Yeah, kind of worse.
Exactly like Elvis. Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, I guess Elvis was maybe a little bit more dirty.
No, yeah, his story was kind of dirty.
His was kind of dirty.
Honestly, I think they're both the same.
They're pretty similar, dude. But it does get dirty. It does get dirty either way. Running the business of Britney had become a daily routine. Every Thursday at noon, about 10 people responsible for managing Spears' legal and business affairs, public relations, social media met to discuss her merchandising deals, song license requests, and Spears' posts to Instagram and Twitter.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. So she was literally getting controlled like a little fucking puppet. Like a little puppet on strings performing for the crowd. And she's completely unhappy, I don't know if she's getting drugged during this time too, or like having on some sort of medication.
Probably.
But I wouldn't be surprised.
You're right. Right, me either.
To keep her down, keep her locked down. Spears, according to her management, typically writes posts and submits them to a CrowdSurf, a company employed to handle her social media, which then they upload them. In rare cases, posts that raise legal questions have been deemed too sensitive to upload. You know, because legally she's not supposed to pose any threat to the conservatorship, and she's not supposed to like hint at the public to come and help her, which is like so entrapping, dude. I feel really bad for her during all this because I really liked her music growing up, and I get it, she's going through a crazy time, but like she was a kid, she was like a teenager when she started getting famous. Bieber went crazy. Where's all his shit? Right. You know, it's really kind of backwards what happens here in the States. But there's kind of nothing that we can do about it, you know. There even says here that a couple of her friends in the beginning of her conservatorship deemed it to be a good idea. They were convinced, maybe based on her outbreak or by what her father was saying, that this conservatorship is going to be the best possible outcome for Britney.
Man, that's terrible.
That's terrible. Like,
and they definitely had her on drugs, man. 'Cause that's how they were brainwashing her, bro. Because that whole thing sounds wild.
It's wild.
And everyone's just like, oh, yeah, we think it's the best for Britney. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's weird. That's just evil. Evil people.
Yeah, it's evil, dude. And honestly, I'm glad she's out. I know she's still fighting for certain things. I remember her saying something about, oh, I just want to ride in my car with my boyfriend and see my kids, and that's it. Aww. Yeah. And I guess own her own money, too.
Give her what she wants, man.
You know, Jesus. Yeah, I know. Get her the help she needs to. Don't just drug her, keep her down. Right. You know, give her the mental help, everything she needs, and let her move on, dude.
Exactly.
Let her move the fuck on.
Absolutely.
And speaking of Britney's, Brittany Griner. I know
Merchant of Death.
I know we are. I already know we did an episode on this. Yeah. Called Missiles and Basketballs, which you can check it out on season 2. Right. But we got to touch on this. This is huge.
I mean, honestly, I wish her the best. Merry Christmas.
Ship it off.
I'm glad you're home. You know, but that whole trade is like, damn. Like, the dude's name is Merchant of Death. That's his nickname. Like, and we touched up on this the last episode, but that's just wild. Like, this just caused wars, and you guys just, oh yeah, he's free. That's fine. They can deal with him now. Like, that's wild, man.
It's pretty fucked.
That's wild.
It's pretty fucking fucked.
That whole story is just crazy.
It's crazy.
But wish you the best.
Yeah, wish you the best. Good luck.
Can't wait to see you play.
I have nothing against you personally, Brittany. It's more against like the U.S. government in this sense. Right. I think it was a stupid move, and I think it had to influence the vote. Right. You know, trading you for the Merchant of Death. I mean, just that name alone is just absolutely insane.
That's crazy.
I mean, I think you being in there for 9 years is ridiculous based on the charges. Yeah. But once again, I don't make the fucking rules. The country makes the rules. Marijuana is not seen as like a positive thing in most of the world. Mm-hmm. So it's not our fault that was, you know, you're getting fucked like that. So, you know, it's sad and it can potentially cause deaths to thousands of people with this guy out now. You know, not him directly, but indirectly, him selling weapons and trading air missiles again. Whatever that means, especially with the Ukraine war going on, it could affect a lot. And it's sad. Yeah. You know? So I've heard a lot of people go, I don't care that he's out. But it's like, dude, it's about the people that he can affect in a negative way. Right. So I do care that
if he gets his hands back on that type of stuff.
If he gets his hand on that kind of shit. Which he might, because he probably doesn't give a fuck.
Because he's Victor.
Yeah, he's Victor.
That just sounds like a Rocky Rocky villain, like Victor Belt. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with him.
Hell no. That motherfucker sounds,
Oof.
He'd kill Drago.
Oof. Dude, that story goes down a deep, dark hole.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Well, speaking of deep, dark holes, let's talk about the very first black hole picture.
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. It definitely seems like you could just like generate that shit on a computer.
It does.
And then just blur it and then send it out and be like, oh, look what we did. When it's just like, it kind of looks like, you ever stick a flashlight up to your hand when you were a kid? Yeah. And you see all the red, you know, well, I guess more than me than you. Yeah. But
it depends on what side of the skin.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, boob.
But it's like you see the red, you know, and it kind of looked like that. You know, if it's like your light's creeping through the cuts in your fingers, like the slits in between each of your fingers. It kind of looks like that. I mean, I can't say it's fake. Like, how am I going to say it's fake?
All right.
You know? I mean, somebody could easily make it again on a computer. No question. There's plenty of, like, computer graphics artists out there who can do that. But what is a black hole? A black hole is an extremely dense object from which no light can escape. Sounds terrifying.
Sounds darkness.
Like even if you're falling into one, you're like shine out a flashlight.
You can't see shit.
Your light's not going anywhere.
That
sounds terrifying.
Yo, yeah. And all you see is pitch blackness.
And dude, that's the thing.
Pitch blackness, right? Yeah.
Pitch black, darkness, nothing, blackness. Whatever.
Sorry, I was like,
that's something like a black boy band.
Right, it does.
We're Pitch Blackness.
Hey guys, we're Pitch Blackness, and we're here to like. She wants to go. No imagine.
But dude, it sounds terrifying. I mean, the thing is, we don't know what's on the other side. We don't. So we just straight up don't know what's on the other side of a black hole. I don't even know if there's a way to test that. Like, we can send a ship through, or monitor
send people in it,
or like, who knows? The device could just get destroyed. The tracking device, who knows how far it's going to go? If it's going to go out of reach, we just don't know.
If you guys ever watched Interstellar, there's a scene in the movie where the astronaut played by Matthew McConaughey falls to a black hole in his little pod ship. And literally, it's like literally catching on fire because all the gravity and all the all the space shit, it's just fucking up the ship. But I'm pretty sure it would be something like that. But I think you guys should check out Interstellar too.
Interstellar's great. I think I've seen it twice.
It's a really good space movie.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good. But yeah, dude, the first ever massive black hole at the center of our own Milky Way galaxy. That was what was taken in that photo. This result provides overwhelming evidence that the object is indeed a black hole and yields valuable clues about the workings of such giants, which are thought to reside in the center of more galaxies. This image was produced by a global research team called the Event Horizon Telescope, collaboration using observations from a worldwide network of radio telescopes. Wow.
That's wild.
It actually says that the black hole is 55 million light years away from the Earth. And the black hole is 6.5 billion times the mass of the sun.
Bro, so you thought eat us and send us somewhere else.
Oh, it's going to eat us like a little bitch. Like, we're the crumbs at
or the destroy us.
We're the crumbs at the bottom of the Cheez-It bag.
Bro, we're not even the crumbs. We're like that little piece of
we're like the atoms.
That little piece of yeah, right. Like, we're like protons and neutrons in that thing, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude. But I mean, I don't even think we have the technology and stuff man, to send somebody through a black hole.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
It's very interesting, dude, because I mean, like, now within the last couple of years, the whole... finally now they're real because the government confirmed it, but the sightings of UFOs and stuff. And, there was one I just saw recently on TikTok above I believe it was a strip club or a nightclub in Las Vegas. Oh, what? And there's like 6 or 7 different video angles on it of people taking video of it. It's kind of scary.
Bro, something's coming.
Dude, so there's shit going on, and like,
the world ending.
We'll see what happens, and maybe they can give us the technology. They can show us. They can take us. They'll teach us. I mean, I don't know who they are, what they look like, what they sound like. If we can communicate,
anything.
Who knows, bro? It's gonna get wild. It's gonna get wild. But the fact that we finally got a picture of a black hole, something that destroys light. We took a picture of it with light. It's kind of a mind bender.
Yeah.
Right? What are they selling us here?
It's special effects.
Yeah.
But in real time. I'm like...
Speaking of effects that aren't so special, let's talk about what I see as the saddest thing of the year. The Russian-Ukraine war.
Yeah.
I mean...
Leave those people alone.
Leave them alone, man. I know you're trying to gain their... I don't really know the whole intention behind it. Trying to gain some land back, but...
yeah, right. And that's the only thing I think that's the whole agenda for this.
I mean, when Russia's pushing in there and Ukraine is doing their best to fight back.
Right.
Ukraine's president, honestly, amazing.
Yeah.
He's led their country the best he can, and I think he's a fantastic leader. He's a Time Magazine Person of the Year, which he deserves it.
And he's an actor.
He's an actor?
Yes, he's an actor. Or I think he did like a TV show or like a movie or something, but he's an actor too. He's a superstar. Wow. He's like all the above, man.
I know there's a lot of hungry ladies for him on the internet being like, oh my God, he's willing to die for his country and risk everything. There's hungry moms. There were hungry moms on the internet for him.
Get out of here.
Like when the war first started, they were going nuts for him. Yeah, it's sexy.
Go back to your box wine.
Yeah.
God. No one gives a shit. No one cares. There are more dire things that are happening over here.
Yes.
God, it's always sex. Like, God, get sex out of here.
I know. Always, dude. And I'm one to talk, aren't I? I know. I'm milky.
My man's a sex symbol over here.
Yeah, what can I say? But honestly, dude, hearing the news of the war all the time is just so saddening to see the pictures. I mean, I know a lot of photographers have gone over there and taken a lot of beautiful pictures of the sad events going on, if you can even phrase it like that. But it really sucks that Russia started this, and it sucks that the whole world kind of has to sit back and wait.
Yeah.
Because if I think we've been sending, I don't know if we've been sending weapons, but I know we've been at least supporting morally for sure.
Yeah.
And I think probably with some cash as well.
Yes, yeah.
To help them out. And I know that we've had their president over here just recently, I believe, speaking to Congress. And I know Republicans didn't like that. I don't really understand why, which is kind of confusing to me because it's like he doesn't really affect us either way. It's like, shouldn't you be happy and whatnot that we're supporting him and supporting their country? But the other thing is, I know that they're trying to become a part of NATO,
right?
Because if they become a part of NATO, then they will get additional military help. But it's like, if this keeps expanding, at what level is this going to blow up? And at what level is like this can become a more between multiple countries and nationalized thing, So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens in the future.
Right.
Sad.
Yeah, it's very sad.
I feel for them.
I feel like that whole war's pointless.
I think it's pointless too. At this point, I've heard that
they're being greedy.
They're being greedy, and then Ukraine is pushing it back against Russian soldiers like very, very well. Even though Russia has a larger population, way more higher military grade of weapons, they're just more overall prepared, honestly. But then this is happening. It's really fucked.
Absolutely,
it's really fucked.
Absolutely.
So there's not a lot that we can do except try.
Prayers out to y'all, though.
Yeah.
Prayers out to y'all.
Thoughts, prayers with you, no question. So let's just pray that this ends quickly.
Yeah,
and we can all move on.
For sure.
Speaking of moving on, the next thing I want to talk about.
This guy's favorite band.
As a child. Blink-182. They're back.
They're back.
Tom is back.
Tom is back,
dude.
How many albums did Tom do with the band before he quit?
Ooh, albums? Let's see. You got Buddha. You got Cheshire Cat. You got Dude Ranch. Mm-hmm. You got Enema of the State. Take Your Pants Off and Jacket.
Oh.
Self-titled.
Nice.
And Neighborhoods.
Okay.
So
that's a lot.
He did all those. Before he said adios. Wow. And then now that he's back, they've released one song called Edging together, and then they're gonna probably, I'm assuming, an album.
They're gonna make an album.
They're making an album.
Yeah.
It's gonna come around the corner, and it's gonna be fantastic. So honestly, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm so super happy. The world, I mean, not the world, but everybody in the pop punk world, and who knows Tom and all this kind of shit went crazy.
They're excited.
Yeah, dude, they're really excited. I'm excited. I'm definitely going to get tickets if they haven't already sold out already because I'm a lazy / poor bitch. But I definitely want to see. To see them twice would be cool. Once here, then I'd also go to SD or LA and see them out in Cali one more time.
Oh, yeah.
Just to get the full tour thing.
Experience.
And do you know what's so cool, dude? I actually saw Tom this year.
What? How?
In person. So my buddy who lives in Encinitas, he has his apartment is above a coffee shop, and there's also like a gym, and it kind of almost just looks like a store. But it's crazy that he lives there, and he's super close to the beach. It's amazing. We last time I was there, we went as a group with his buddies, and they saw Tom in his car because he lives near.
Yeah.
But this time we literally went to the coffee shop, and Tom was standing 5 feet away from me.
Wow.
Tom was standing 5 feet away from me. And, dude, I wanted to say something. I just kind of didn't want to be that guy.
Out of respect.
And, he's my childhood, one of my childhood heroes, favorite band. I went nuts. I knew every lyric to every song. I played drums to it. I wanted to say something so bad, but he was just getting his morning coffee and all this kind of shit. And then, I was like, And then this dickhead bitch who was behind me, it's a dude.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, it's Tom. And then he kind of looks up from his phone and goes, yeah, he's here all the time. I'm like, well, I'm not, bitch.
He's like, yeah, I already met him. And
he's here all the time. Oh, right. Cool. Are you friends with him? You hang out with him? Then shut your fucking mouth. Yeah, it was just fucking rude, bro. And I was just enjoying my moment because I was being a giddy little kid.
Right.
And they were like, coffee for Tom? And he's like, thank you.
They're not
going to be coffee for Tom DeLong, you know.
Thank God they didn't do that.
But dude, it's crazy, and it's just happy. All my friends are excited. Everybody I know is excited. It's great. To me, it's the best fucking music news of the year.
Right.
It's the most exciting music news of the year. Yeah. You know, I don't give a shit about fucking Taylor Swift. Like, to me, it's so weird because it's like, how is one person that popular? It just shows me. I'm just gotta say this. I gotta say this real quick. Why
don't be Kanye right now?
What? I can say anti-female things. No. But dude, okay, has nothing to do with her being a female or white. This has to do with people in music. How people select their music.
Right.
Because why is it that people will go, oh, I love Marvel movies.
Right.
But then they're like, oh, there's this one art film coming out. There's this one indie film coming out.
Right.
There's this one horror movie coming out. Let me try them. Right. But with music, it's just, here, this music is fed to you. Okay, this is the music.
I think
there's so many people, like, I get it as a musician.
Right.
Like, I go out of my way. I'm like, let's try this genre. Let's try this genre. Right. Let's research all the people related to these people. Let's figure this stuff out. Let's search and spend the time. Right. But people are like, no, when it's my music, I just want to feel good because I'm in the car, I'm at the gym, and I want it to feel good and relate to my small, tiny little world. And they don't take the fucking time to go out of their way to listen to other shit. Yeah. And that's what fucking bugs me about it. You know, and like Taylor Swift, I think is kind of like boring, and it's for for girls who deny they're actually sad inside. And it's like, I just don't get the appeal. Like, it's just like, it's pathetic. You know, it's for white girls with daddy issues. Not like the abusive, like, oh, I'm going to be a slut when I'm older daddy issues, but the kind of like, I don't know how to live outside my own means. And so I need a man to come take care of me, but I'm so sad all the time because I'm indecisive.
And I just want to say, Beyonce had the best music video of the year. Like, bro, that was a Kanye ass. Yeah. No, but I think because too, music, I think there's such a huge variety of music to where everyone can kind of stay in their own lane. Like, it's kind of weird.
That makes less sense to me.
No, right.
When it's like, why not try all these different things and see what works for you and see what doesn't for you?
Right.
And it's like, it takes less effort than going to a different movie.
That's
First
true.
of all, here you're not going here. Here's my $15 to $20 for this one film.
You're not paying for it.
And it's like, oh, I got to sit through all of it to see if I enjoy it. Oh, I can leave halfway, but I'm losing out on half of the movie which I paid for, so I'm losing out on $7.50 plus tax.
And I even think you can still get a refund if the movie wasn't good.
Really?
I think you can. I think you can. It's some weird like customer service thing where like, oh, the customer always blah blah blah.
Is that all theaters?
I do honestly. I think you can. Yeah. But don't hey, don't quote me on it. I ain't trying to do one of those people who are like, oh, but he doesn't think I know. like you know, that type of like little like secret like menu or whatever.
I love that secret shit, that trend going on.
I hate
so
that.
Funny.
It's so stupid.
It's so funny.
But he doesn't think I know that if I ask for this, I can get a secret. It's like, shut up.
It's too gold. It just makes no sense. Songs can be anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes. That's it. Right. You don't have to listen to the whole thing to get the whole vibe of it. You know.
Right.
Come on.
Just off the beat.
It's just like, come on, expand your brain. Come on. That's all I'm asking.
Have more variety, people.
You do it for art. You do it for film. Do it for music.
Right.
Do it for music.
Right.
Yeah. Well, going into 2023, I really hope a lot of things change. I hope we get a lot of changes from myself.
Good.
I'm going to be sober.
Yes.
Going to lose weight.
Attaboy.
Going to move on. Going to become responsible.
There it is.
Financially independent.
There it is.
Finish school.
Yeah.
Got a lot of goals for this year, man. Yeah. And this is like the first time where I actually feel like mature enough to fucking go through with it.
Right. All good.
Penis.
All good penis. That'll work, man. But you guys have a happy new year. Be safe.
Well, hold on. I want to hear about what you're thinking about next year.
No.
I laid the carpet out for you.
I mean, I'm very Batman-esque. I'm like very like, you're not gonna know anything about me. But I mean, no. Where's the trigger? I don't know. I really hope this podcast blossoms, which I know and I've had a feeling for a while that it will. My financial situation gets better. I'm really focusing on my credit right now and trying to get that better. So eventually, whenever I do want to settle down and get to that point, I can get a house. You know, get something nice. You know. Yeah, and then I'm gonna try to be a bartender sometime this year too. So make a little more money. I got to find different ways to make money if I don't want to go back to school yet. So
yeah,
I got to be a jack of all trades.
So that's true. That's true.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's just to work more, and get more shit done.
I like it. Me too.
And get responsible.
Work more, work on myself more, get more shit done. Yeah. Be more organized, deal with my shit more, mature. Yeah. And hopefully through all that, the right person will either...
Walks right in the door.
Right through the door.
And you're right there to catch her.
Mm-hmm. You got that right.
Absolutely.
So me and Chocolate are wishing you all a farewell of 2022 and a hello to 2023.
Happy New Year.
May it grab you and fondle you with big and open arms.
There it is.
Male, female, in between, we don't care. We all got to get some. Am I right?
No other way.
No other way. And guys, if you're especially hurting on New Year's, you know what to do. Reach out that 988 number. We say it every episode.
Right.
It ain't going to change. That's definitely the one consistency with chocolate milk that we are going to be moving forward with bright colors with. Is we are never getting rid of that because help your friend, help your family. Let's do it together.
Absolutely. Well, we love you guys. Have a good night. And